Can you give a basic explanation of the Great Schism? All right, yeah. So the Great Schism happened on a hot July day in 1054, and it was going. Tensions were building for a while because you have in at the end of the fourth century into the fifth century, you have the sack of Rome and all of this stuff happening that is kind of inhibiting communication between the Eastern and Western Empire. And so 1054 is when it really came to a head. And what happened was this guy, fiery cardinal named Cardinal Humbert, I believe was his name. Don't quote me on that. Uh, Cardinal Humbert was a legate of the Pope of Rome that was supposed to go to Constantinople to discuss this idea of the filioque and ask, basically hold a series of sessions where they figured out, okay, what's going on with this whole deal. Filioque, of course, in Latin is "and the Son," which was added to the creed, and sometimes at the end of the 5th century, some in Spain to combat Arianism, and the East believed that it subjugated the Holy Spirit. And so when things weren't progressing as he had liked, as quickly as he had liked, Cardinal Humbert walked up to the altar at Hagia Sophia and placed a papal bull of excommunication, which is a document basically saying, you guys are excommunicated, we're done with you, and he walks off. Now, the guy who was serving grabbed the papal bull and chased him out into the street and said, hey, no, like, we still have stuff you can't do this. Like, but the deed was done. They refused to take it back. They went back to Rome, where the Pope had died, actually. So technically, he wasn't, by whose authority was he doing this? Who knows? But that's basically what happened. And Roman Catholics like to have a different view of that story.